Alright, I'm here with a brand new pickup video, and if I am correct, this is my 100th pickup video, actually. So that's kind of crazy. According to my playlist, I think my playlist is pretty up to date, so almost positive that this is my 100th pickup video, which is nuts to me. But a little over, 4 years? I think I started in 2014, like March, I believe, with pickup videos, and I've been doing it consistently ever since. So yeah, 100th pickup video. That's wild, but thanks to everyone who has watched. I can't imagine there's too many people that are still around from the beginning, but I don't know, maybe they are. Leave a comment if you've been around for a while. But yeah, that's pretty cool, I gotta say. 100 pickup videos. So let's try to make this one a good one. Starting off here with a pretty good Facebook Marketplace find. I was just scrolling through Facebook Marketplace on my phone and I was bored. And this one actually wasn't in one of my saved searchers or anything. It was just under like top picks for you or whatever. And for some, I almost didn't click on it because it was just didn't look too interesting. But I figured, I'm not doing anything. Let me click on it and just look through it. And it was a PlayStation bundle with 5 games. And it was, if you would have seen this bundle, you'd have been, I'm going to pass up on this. But then the last game, I thought, yep, I'm going to be getting this lot here. So, I messaged the woman. The price was $31. I'm not sure why 31 and not just 30 or 35. I'm not sure why 31, but I messaged the woman, set up to pick it up in like an hour or so at a Walmart, and got it. So we'll go into that. First off is the system. I haven't tested it yet. I just got back home. Right here, first off's the system, not the one with the additional output options in the back, but still pretty nice shape, not too bad. Hopefully it'll work, but not the end of the world. And then the games I got here, I put the best one at the end. But you probably would have skipped over this lot, especially for $31, had this game not been in there. So the games are all complete. The discs are not too bad. They all have some light scratches, but nothing too bad at all. But in here we got Gran Turismo, Gex, Enter the Gecko, Tekken, Mortal Kombat Trilogy, and then the reason I bought this whole lot, kind of an odd game to be in here with those other games, Einhander, the shooter. This game looks pretty cool, so I'll have to give this game a go. Maybe I'll test it out, use this system to test it out and play around with it, but yeah, I mean, I don't know why. Of all the games to be in there, you got Gran Turismo, Mortal Kombat, some pretty common games, Gex, and then just Einhander, and who knows. Woman said that it's just been in storage for a while, and yeah, I mean, it's pretty good shape, doesn't smell bad, or anything like that. I'll have to swap out the case, but I got plenty of extra replacement cases, so all in all, pretty good deal there. I cannot complain on that one for the weird price of $31. Alright, continuing on the 100th pickup video, only 29 days later. This is recorded now in the new game room. And, yeah, kind of weird. This pickup video probably didn't end up how I wanted it to. Just for the fact of, like, half of it's in the old game room, half of it's now in this game room. I don't know. Maybe it's symbolic or something. I don't know. I didn't mean for it to be. But got some more finds here. In this clip, at least. It's been really tough just between moving and just in general, there's not that many sales going on. So it's been tough trying to get stuff, but I've been trying. This is a Goodwill find here. I found a copy for $1 of Animal Crossing City Folk, but I don't have that with me. I sold that. I also got this to add to the collection, Ninja Gaiden. If you saw this in my game room tour video. There's a sneak preview. So check out that video. Kind of explains what's been going on with the channel lately and shows what I'm working with the new game room, which is my last video I put out. So check that out. But yeah, I got this for $2 actually, because the woman at the counter must have thought that was a 2. I don't know, but it's complete. I also had like 30% off for some reason on my Goodwill card, so it was only $1.40. So that was cool, or 30%, I don't know what it, yeah, 30%. So that's cool. some flea market finds. Went to the flea market here today as I'm recording this, Labor Day. I went to the flea market and actually went early. I have not been to the flea market this early in forever. I think I was there probably 6:45 in the morning. And I've been to the flea market, I think, 5 times this year. And I've done better than probably the past 2 years, but still not good by any means. Just, I don't know, not much going on out there anymore. A lot of people going on, but game-wise, it might be the place to go now because maybe 2 years ago, even a year ago, a lot of people were going out there, and there was a lot of competition. And now, I mean, there's not really many game people out there. Even the guy that we would always talk to that does game stuff out there, who was like the primary competition. I mean, he had connections with everyone. He was getting a ton of stuff out there. Even he like said that he's not even going that much anymore because it's dead out here. We talked to him a little bit today, and but I still did okay. Got a few things. One guy had a binder of PlayStation 2 games, and there was a couple Dreamcast games and all that. I picked up a copy here for he wanted $2 for it. I picked up a copy of Rogue Galaxy, so that's pretty cool to get. Figured why not for $2. Yeah, he didn't have much stuff. He had a big just bin of PS2 like in video cables. And they were all tangled in a huge ball with some power cables in there too. And he wanted way too much for them, way more than what they're worth. I think he went $3 for the video cables, which I find them a lot for like $1, so I thought it was good. Plus, I'm not gonna sit there and untangle his stupid ball of video cables. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, there was just not a lot going on out there. One guy had just a few games just sitting around on his table. He wanted $4 each, so I grabbed these two. Sonic 3, a little rough, but it's a good, easy flip after I clean that up. And this one, don't see this game very often, so I figured I'd pick it up. It's not worth much, but it is not very common, so a round ball for the NES. Yeah, I don't see this one very often, so $4, why not? And then I went up to I'd walked around the flea market a few times, waiting for more people to show up, and this guy kind of just had shown up, and he had 2 PS1s sitting on his table, as well as some just PS1 games. Nothing good except the one I picked up here. All the PS1 cases were like all broken up. But yeah, he wanted $20 for the 2 PS1s and those games. But the games were like Mary-Kate and Ashley and just crap. And I just didn't want the PS1s. They were really dirty and they didn't have the right cables with them. And it's like, I just don't want this. I don't want to deal with more PS1s. They hardly ever work. The PS1 that I got at the beginning of this video actually didn't end up working, which is not a big deal. I got a good game out of that lot, and I made my money back on some of the other games anyway, so it's fine. But it's like, there's like a 40% chance that these PS1s will work, and there's 2 of them. I'm like, one of them's definitely not going to work, and probably the other one's not going to work either, so I just kind of avoided it. And he also had a Genesis, which he wanted $20 for, and it didn't have the right cables with it either, so I didn't even bother there. Model 1 Genesis. So I picked up this one though. I asked if he would separate one of the games of what he'd want for it. He said $2. So I picked up Spyro the Dragon. So it was actually pretty terrible condition for the case, but the disc is fine. There's a few light scratches, but I think it will work. And $2, you can't really go wrong with that for Spyro. So overall, pretty cool. Not too much going on out there, like I said, though. Maybe I'll try in the coming weeks to stop by there more on Saturdays and see if anyone shows up. Now that I know probably my primary competition's gone. But I don't even really see that happening. I might try, because garage sales are kind of unusual this year because they have been really dead lately. I mean, I'm going on Facebook, going on Craigslist, and there's just not much going on. Which is weird because, I mean, there used to be steady garage sales until probably the second week of October. And now it seems like August is really just had been dead. And part of that was just I couldn't make it out. I've been too busy. But now I'm looking in September, and it's like, there's not much going on out here, especially Labor Day weekend, which used to be a pretty big weekend for that. So, not quite sure. Hoping to find some more stuff, but you never know. All right, now I'm back with some real finds, I guess, finally. This 100th pickup video has been all over the map, I know that. And it has been filmed over segments over a month and a half, so this is now being filmed on September the 14th. And I got some cool stuff, and some Goodwill stuff, some garage sale stuff. Overall, pretty nice little selection here, so we're going to go through that now. Goodwill, just in there one day. This is like the only Goodwill I find game stuff anymore, so I am not sure where it's all going. But this is the only one I'm actually finding anything at anymore, which is unfortunate. I'll find some every once in a while at two other locations, but for the most part, I think it all goes to the auction site. But I found some really good stuff there. This one was from last week. I went in there and saw this on the shelf and could not pass this up. Wild Arms 2 on the PS1. Only $1. Both discs and the manual and everything. So obviously couldn't pass that up for $1. Didn't have this game, so I'm super excited to get it. Hear that the Wild Arms games are pretty cool, so I have to give that a shot now. I got so many good PS1 RPGs I gotta play. I really like PS1 for the RPGs. So I was like, that seems a little suspicious. I wonder if they're gonna have more stuff in the coming days that they're gonna just kind of, put out. A short stream kind of put out. So I went back the next day and found a few more things. Both of them unfortunate though, so nothing too exciting in the end. I found this here, Ocarina of Time Master Quest, but unfortunately it's just the empty case. I got them to give it to me for 50 cents instead. And then I found this as well, Final Fantasy VII, but once again, missing disc 3 now this time, which I think I might have an extra disc 3, so all is not lost necessarily, but still unfortunate. But that was I got that for $1 too, so can't really complain. I've been checking back there every day. Every day they're getting some game stuff, but nothing good. I have not picked up anything. I almost bought a Fable, but it was really sun faded and water damaged, so I didn't pick it up. But it's not been quite as good, but I've been checking it every day, sometimes twice a day, if I can make it there at opening and then make it there or later in the day, but not always possible. But yeah, some decent Goodwill finds for the first time in a while. Kind of coming all together because the first segment of this video had some good PS1 finds. I guess that's the theme of this video, because we got a nice little garage sale score from a Thursday, really foggy, rainy Thursday, not much going on. This was the only one I could make it to, and this was really the only one going on. It was 3 houses in this neighborhood. And I went to this one, and they had a bunch of, just crappy PC games from, the late 90s, like Monopoly and stuff like that. Just stuff no one's going to want. But mixed in with that, they had a copy of Vandal Hearts on PS1 for 50 cents. So I had to pick that up. I felt kind of bad, because I only had a 20. I only had 20s with me, so I paid the woman a 20 for 50 cents and clear her out of all her change. So yeah, that was the kind of day I was having. So that was pretty good. But now here's finally a good enough score that I figured I could finally make up this pickup video. Because before I'm like, there's nothing in this video. But now I got some good stuff. Another kind of unfortunate find, but I'm still not complaining because it's still a great find. But it's a lot of DS games and some other stuff, but a lot of them are just empty cases, unfortunately. So I'll go through the empty cases first, because luckily they're good empty cases, but I'll go through them. New Super Mario Brothers, Pokemon Soul Silver, which I am glad to get this. I have the cartridge for this, but I don't have the case, so now I have the case. As well as I'm happy to get this, especially happy to get this, Heart Gold as well, and it has the case and manual in there and everything. And I have the cartridge for that as well, that now I have the game. I have the cartridge for that, now I have it complete. I don't have the Pokewalker, but one day I'll find it. So 2 more games I can finally put on this shelf that I just had empty, loose carts for forever. Yeah, I showed New Super Mario Brothers, didn't I? I don't even remember what I showed. Pokemon Black and White, two whites for some reason. This guy said he had a couple kids, so I would assume that. those are all empty. Pokemon Black and 2 whites and New Super Mario Brothers. There's another New Super Mario Brothers as well. If I'm pulling out of the right pile. Because then there's another Super Mario Brothers that has the game. I'll get to eventually. Another New Super Mario Brothers there. This is my empty pile. Pokemon Black 2. Diamond and Pearl. All of them, I got all these mainline Pokemon games and no case, no game in them, which is unfortunate. I also got Platinum, and Mario Kart 7 that had no game in it, as well as Super Smash Bros. Brawl. But I did find this at the bottom. This stuff was just kind of thrown in this plastic tub. And at the bottom of the plastic tub, I did find a copy of Wind Waker. So I just kind of threw it in this to grab it. I paid $1 each for the empty cases, which I would have probably bought more. But I just, as it lies, I just buy good games. They're empty cases. I would have probably bought more because they had a bunch of them. But if it was like 50 cents or a quarter, but I don't know. And this disc scratched. I'll have to probably... It's not too bad. I think I'll probably end up having to just buff it, hopefully, in my machine. But I actually have an empty Wind Waker case, too, so that makes it nice. The games that I got that I did not have at this garage sale, I'll go through that stuff. Pokemon Ranger Shadows of Almia. It's funny because all the mainline Pokemon games don't have the game in them, but I got all these Pokemon Ranger games and stuff. Pokemon Ranger, Mystery Dungeon Blue Rescue Team, Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Darkness. I think Explorers of Darkness was missing the manual. This one's a little water damaged, but it's Spyro Shadow Legacy. And I didn't have this one, which just was cool. It's a little water damaged as well, but Resident Evil The Mercenaries 3D, which I've heard of. I remember this game coming out, but I've not heard like anything of it. So I remember when that game came out, I think people complained that there was some kind of controversy around it. I don't remember what it was. But I've never heard anything of the gameplay or anything. So someone will have to tell me if that's good or not. But I only paid $2 for the games that actually had the disc with them. So $1 for the empty case. If it had the disc, $2. And then some games I already had that I paid $2 each for, that I'm just going to flip to make my money back on this. Mario Super Sluggers, Mario Party 8, which still trades for like $24 at GameStop for some reason. Although, Mario Kart DS, Mario 3D Land, Mario Kart 7, Pokemon Ranger, second one. A lot of doubles. Mario and Luigi Partners in Time, and a third New Super Mario Brothers. So that's that for that lot. Pretty good lot overall. Can't really complain there. I also had another sale. This one was actually... That one I just, went to on a whim. But this one was actually one I had plotted out. But like every reseller in town was already there. It didn't really look that great to begin with anyway. But I figured... It was a lot of game stuff. It ended up being a guy who just does, who sells on eBay, and this was basically his stuff that he didn't really want to sell on eBay, so there's nothing that great there. But I picked this up for $3. It says $5 on it, but I got it for $3. Turok Evolution on GameCube. Did not have this one, so $3, not bad for it was complete and everything. So, all right, now I'll go into new releases now. I guess. And I think August 22nd, I think this came out, Shenmue 1 and 2 re-release. It's a pretty good re-release. It's a great way of playing the game. Again, not having to have a Dreamcast or an Xbox hooked up and everything. Pretty good package, only $30. If you have any interest in trying those games out, I'd recommend it. It's on Xbox as well and PC. But yeah, I'd say give it a go. Got a fly flying around in here, yikes. So that's pretty cool. I also got Yakuza Kiwami 2, which I have not played this yet. I had just finished up Yakuza 6, probably middle of August, so I don't want to jump into one quite so soon. But looking forward to diving into that guy. And then as well, the game everyone pretty much got, Spider-Man. I already finished it. I finished it like 5 days. Going for that platinum now, but I really enjoyed it. Highly recommended from me. probably my game of the year so far. But I guess that's it for this pickup video. I'd like to thank you for watching. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed, comment with what you picked up lately, what you've been playing lately, what you're looking forward to, whatever you may be. Thanks for sticking around while I couldn't do any videos for a variety of reasons. I kind of just got swamped with the fact that I'm moving, with the fact that there's nothing really going on out there. So I appreciate you sticking around, and I'd like to see you next time.